Bhakatya mam abhijanati yavanyashchasmi tatvatah tato mam tatvato gyatva vishate tad anantaram. Hello friends, this is the 55th shlok of the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says, Bhakatya mam abhijanati, which means by devotion who comes to know, Yavanyascha asmi tatvatah, which means by relation and essence my being, tato mam tatvato gyatva, which means by knowing my essence he, vishate tad anantaram, which means enters into that. So continuing on the subject of the previous shlok, Shri Krishna mentioned here that when the devotion arises in the person, then by that he comes to know about the existence of Shri Krishna by relation and essence. And by knowing the essence, he then enters into Shri Krishna. So, if you have come this far in terms of understanding the teachings of Gita, and if you still think that Shri Krishna, as portrayed in Mahabharata, was a physical man who walked on earth, then basically you have completely missed the point. The wise know that here Shri Krishna is the universal consciousness which is speaking with Arjun, who is the individual consciousness. So, this understanding comes to the one who basically starts to develop devotion for Shri Krishna. He starts to understand who Shri Krishna really is. He is not just a man. He is something much more than just a man. So the problem arises when you tell this to a person is that, when you tell this, people often then say, oh, if Shri Krishna was not a real person, then does that mean that all our gods are imaginary, who did not exist? So this is a very, very shallow understanding of Shri Krishna. The fact that a person is asking this question again means that that person has not really understood anything about Shri Krishna. So you have to understand that Shri Krishna is not a man. He is the ultimate divinity which is infinite, all pervading and all powerful. So how can an individual man be infinite? A man is just limited to a body. How can he be infinite? How can he be all pervading? He is just limited to a body. And how can he be all powerful? So you have to understand that that an individual person cannot be infinite, cannot be all pervading, cannot be all powerful, while Shri Krishna has said all of that about him. So he is not just a mere man. So this is something that has to be understood. And now the problem is that once the person understands this, then he starts to think that, that means that Shri Krishna is just a formless divine consciousness and therefore he cannot really appear as man. This again is not the right understanding. This again is not true. So in the previous shlok, Shri Krishna said that one who comes to know about this Brahma becomes pleased and devotion arises in him. So here now Shri Krishna is telling that when this devotion arises, then a person comes to know about me as a being. So first we have to understand that devotion is unconditional love. So when we are pleased within ourselves, then our heart becomes full of love and we naturally start radiating this unconditional love for others. So basically the thing is that the person who has understood Brahma, he understands that he is present in all beings and all beings are present in him. So his identification then grows towards Brahma. Now the thing is that our very nature is love. We love ourselves. Whatever we identify with, we love it. When we identify ourselves with our body, then we love our body. When we identify with our family, then we love our family. And so, for example, in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it is said that a man loves his wife because he loves himself. A man loves his country because he loves himself. What does that mean? That means that a man loves whatever he thinks to be himself. When a man is identified with a certain thing, then he loves that because he loves himself. So when a being is identified with entire creation, then he loves this entire creation. The love basically starts to radiate out of him for everything. And so, that person who is identified with Brahma, who has realized Brahma, he then starts radiating unconditional love for others. And by offering this unconditional love to the universe, then he starts to receive the unconditional love from this universe. And the Lord then starts to reveal himself. The Lord starts to give him knowledge. He starts to reveal himself as in who the Lord is. And that, from that form of unconditional love, that divine personality starts to radiate out of him, and he comes to know really who Sri Krishna is. And basically, the person starts to get attracted towards a particular deity, and that deity will be the one who is suitable to that person's personality. So, the formless Brahma then starts to manifest in the form of the deity. If someone's deity is Sri Krishna, then the Sri Krishna form, in terms of the one who dances with gopis in Vrindavan, he might start to manifest. For someone else, he might start to manifest in the form of Sri Krishna, who is in the Kurukshetra, who is giving instructions to Arjun. For some others, he can manifest as Shiva. For others, he can manifest as all the other deities that we talked about in the previous shlok. So he then starts to manifest in that form as this devotion arises in the devotee. So that is what Sri Krishna is saying over here. So I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I'll close this video. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.